Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, we're going to play some Abzan Self-Mill. So the whole idea of this deck, I've seen a lot of people try to do in the past. I want to do it myself. And that is Perennation onto a creature that will straight out win us the game. Things like Herald of the Eternal Dawn make it so that we cannot lose the game and our opponent can't win the game. I always wanted to do this back in the Maraudon days. Try to make my Platinum Angel both Shroud and Indestructible. It was very hard, right? We could put all of Cauldron pieces on that or something. Now we can just 2-card combo it. Herald of the Eternal Dawn is a 7-mana creature that we can throw into the graveyard, cast Perennation on her, and we'll just be unkillable. We can also put the Perennation on an Absolute Virtue, a 8-mana 8/8 that says this spell can't be countered. We're not playing it, but it also can't be countered. And it also says you have protection from each of your opponents. So remember, protection is depth, damage, enchantments, blocking, or targeting. So our opponent can't target us, can't deal damage to us, all of those things. And the best part is, because they cannot target us, they can't even use the target player sacrifice a creature thing to get around the Hexproof Indestructible. So occasionally, Absolute Virtue will be the go-to reanimation triggers, but most of the time it's going to be Herald. And sometimes we can even bring back a Valgavoth. So if we have more Perennations, or this just happened to be the only thing we hit, we could bring back a Valgavoth, which will give us lifelink. He has ward, and that doesn't matter because we have Hexproof now, and Indestructible, and everything our opponent plays will just come to us, which is insanely good. So that is the whole idea of the deck. I also, snuck in a Summon Bahamut. I'm obviously not going to bring it back with Perennation, but because we're playing a lot of heavy hitters, we can also put in Smuggler Surprise as a 5-mana play. It's hard to make this a 5-mana play. As a 5-mana play to, actually no, this is a 6-mana play to cheat in 2 creatures from our hand, or a 8-mana play to look at the top 4 cards of our library, and then put in any of those creatures or any of our creatures in our hand, 2 total, into play. So that is a very good card in the deck that's full of heavy hitters. We also have, these are 6-drops, the Perennations, that kind of smooth out our 6-drop play. So here's the actual deck list. Here's the playlist, if you will. Turn 1, we got 4 Llanowar Elves and 4 Molt Tender. So we got 8 1-drops to make sure we get our mana dork right. But you might think, hey, Molt Tender, it's a 1-mana 1/1, yes, but you don't really get the extra mana on your turn 2, because how are you going to get a card into your graveyard if your turn 1 is play a land and play Molt Tender? Well, here's how it works. If we turn 1, play a forest and play Molt Tender, turn 2 we can play, a Black Source or another untapped mana, and we can play either Overlord the Balemurk or a Dredger's Inside, mill 4 cards, hopefully at that point we return a card back, and hopefully at that point we will have a Llanowar Elf in our hand, and then 3 cards in the graveyard, one of which we can exile to the Molt Tender to play Llanowar Elf. Now, you might think that is a little bit fringe, but trust me when I say this, it makes this deck work so much better when we have this kind of combo in mind. So turn 1, one of these 8 of these 1-drops, one of these 8 1-drops. Turn 2, one of these 6 2-drops that we get to mill 4 cards and then put a card back to our hand. Falling short of that, we do also have a Bitter Triumph, or 4 Bitter Triumphs as 2-drop, and 2 Voice of Victory as 2-drop to stop our opponent from countering us in the future. And if we happen to play a Llanowar Elf turn 1, we can also turn 2, having 3 mana, play Summon Fenrir, and permanently ramp us. So that's a really good sort of rate that we got it going. And Fenrir is better than all other ramps just because we have Overlord of the Balemurk. So when we play Overlord of the Balemurk on Impending, we can even bring back Fenrir, so it'll be a 1-mana, 2-mana, 3-mana play, helping us smoothly curve out. Now, that's all of our 1, 2, 3 drops. Then, after that, we need the 6-drops. The Smuggler Surprise and the Perennation are all 6-drops. And then we're going to reanimate these cards that we should never hardcast, right? If you ever have enough mana to hardcast these, you should be playing Smuggler Surprise and then cheating those out in play. Especially if you're going to hardcast things like Summon Bahamut, which is 9 mana. A kicked Smuggler Surprise, or a spreed out Smuggler Surprise is 9 mana. You don't need the last mode for Hexproof Indestructible. That's only 8 mana, right? It's 1 plus 2 plus 5, that's 8. So 8 mana, we can look at the top 4. And if nothing else, we can put in the Bahamut. It's still good, but we might be able to put in a Bahamut with a Valgavoth, and our opponent will cry and cry and cry. So that's the whole idea. We're only going to run 22 lands in the deck. Obviously, we got 8 mana dorks, so that should be fine. And because we have Fenrir, we have to have a lot of basics. So 2 Plague, 2 Swamp, 4 Forests, And then for black and white, we got 4 Godless Shrine. For black and green, we got 4 Wastewood Verge and 1 Underground Mortuary. And for green and white, we got 4 Hushwood Verge and 1 Lush Portico. So this might be a little bit finicky of land base if you look at the split that we have, but there is a very good reason. We want to play our 1-drops. All of these dual color lands, we want to be able to add green. So Wastewood Verge defaults to green, Hushwood Verge defaults to green. We got 4 forests, so that is 12 chances of hitting a 1 green mana on turn 1, which is pretty good odds. And all we need is 1 green mana to get everything going. And then the second land that we tap might not even matter because Dredger's Insight requires 1 green anyways. And if we get Overlord the Balemurk down, well, if we have Molt Tender down, right, we should be able to play Overlord the Balemurk on Impending just by exiling a card from our graveyard. So that's the whole idea. I think it will work very well, but only know if we'll find out the game. So let's go into today's metagames. Alright, our opponent is Roro 78720. Ro'o. Alright, we do get to go first. But no 1-drops, so gotta mulligan that. This hand has 1-drops, so we'll keep it. We just hold on to the Smuggler's price and hope to draw 2 off of it. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I'm keeping that. Unfortunately, that does mean I don't have much else going on. Forest out. Oh. I already hate it. Do I kill his elf? Pugnacious Hammerstone. I'm surprised. Maybe I do this. I could get a 1-drop, right? This is probably what matters. I don't get a 1-drop, I get a bunch of lands. Hulking Raptor. In the middle card. Well then. I think we Bitter Triumph the Raptor. I gotta pay 2. I'll discard a card. Another Raptor. Cool, cool, cool. Take more damage. We'll mill another card. Overlord. Overlord is not fun, but it's fine. Choose a permanent card. I would like an Absolute Virtue. I gotta exile a land. Do I exile a land? Let's exile the Smuggler Surprise. Alright, Hexproof, Indestructible. I have protection from everything. Good luck. Voltborn time. Nice. He's gonna gain some life, and he wants to fight this battle. Protection from everything. Do we mill here? Can also Smuggler Surprise both of these in. Take the 8. Look at all that mana. Jurassic Park versus Absolute Virtue. Cost 3 life. You can deal damage to any target. Okay. Dinosaurs are not dragons. Let's just exile the Lush Portal. Both of these, please. Alright, I could bring back Voice or Fenrir. I think I bring back Fenrir. Cost me a lot of life to deal with one of these. Right, I have to pay 3 life. I don't lose for now, but I might later. I could also attack with that and just bring back something, but my Overlord will die. Oh, another Vaultborn Tyrant is not very good. Scar Car, Kill the Terror. He does gain a lot of life, but I just don't know what his goal is. Hulking Hammerstone, sure. Gain life. Up to 19 again. You got it. That sounds hilarious. Tuck. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Sure. Hope you had fun with that. We got a Llanowar Elf. Alright. I could have played a Llanowar Elf, to be fair. I don't know what his plan is against the Absolute Virtue. I assume he has a plan. Probably. That is reach, but it's a 5/5. Terror of the Peak. I think he played it in reverse. Alright, I can't really hit any of those, so... You know, our opponent really wants to drag this out. He's 32, I'm at 36. Am I waiting 32 turns? I guess I'm waiting 32 turns. I'm not targeting any of those. Oh no, my Overlord. Oh, he's drawing a lot of cards. You know what? I'll let him draw these cards. I guess now the game plan is to wait till he decks out. Sure. Big board you have. Huh? Can't target it. Now what? I could block. Just block the railway. Didn't hurt. I should have blocked one of the Vaultborns, because it'll make him draw even more cards. But I think it'll be okay. Oh, he's just gonna quit. GG. And I had to wait till 28 cards later. Nice deck. Alright, our opponent is the Burzmail. No, Burzmali. I can read. We go first. We got Molt Tender. I can play Molt Tender turn 1. It looks good. Both of these starts off green, which is, I don't know what their design is, but they really are pushing green here. I'm not going to show the white for now. Green-black. And then the Godless Shrine will help me play the Overlord. But I will have to ping myself to do that, I think. Yeah. I will have to ping myself to do this. That's okay. Here's an Overlord of Balemurk. I mill 4 cards, I return nothing. Fun. Get rid of a land. Alright, this will cost 5 plus 2, 7 plus 1, 8. It cost me 8 mana to actually get the full Smuggler surprise. It's gonna be a while before I get there. And this steed is gonna give him some angels. Which is pretty scary. I could also mill 4 more cards. Herald, okay. If that's the case, do I Smuggler surprise here? No, you can gain no life. I could Smuggler surprise here. I'm not sure. I could draw a card too. It is kind of tricky. Ah, well, there you go. Typical gameplay. I mill the important card and then I draw the land. So that's 6. Right, this is 5. Another heirloom? Okay. I'm about to got another steed. It's gonna get his angel. Let's do it again. There's an important card. That was a land. Ah, important card enough. Ooh, that is an Overlord. Okay. Well, time to hardcast an Overlord. I have enough life. Okay. Saving Grace is the last card. Otherwise, it would have been embarrassing. I do have an Overlord of Balemurk. They do have 2 Seraphic Steed. Shelter. I'll wait till they target. Now the question is, do I want to protect my Overlord here? Because I could give it Hexproof. But oh boy, is that a bad idea considering what I'm about to do. That's a waste, huh? It's gonna attack for 4, yeah. There's the angel. I mean, I could try to catch him off surprise with the angel. So let's attack with the Overlord. That's 3 Perennations milled. I don't think he's gonna block. He's got 2 First Strikers. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I do have 7 mana for the Herald. So if he charges at me, I have a blocker. Liege? Cool. Liege is fine. I'm not too scared about the Liege. Just you? Okay. Okay. Now I block. Say hello to my 6/6. Oh, your creature just died. Alright, the problem now is I can't attack with the Overlord because the 2 steeds. This doesn't give Indestructible, right? It does give Indestructible. I don't think I do it though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you know what? Just a Herald. I'll hold up my mana, which will give both my Overlord Hexproof Indestructible. I'm just gonna go all the modes. This costs 9, I think. So all tap creature. I don't have enough for that? Hold on. This costs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do I need 9 mana? 1, 2, okay, 8 mana, 2. get 2 cards. So he'll kill my Herald. I don't know. Oh, you know what? You kill my Herald. You don't really have flyers, and I don't care about that too much. Ball patch? Alright. May look scary. Nothing, huh? Well then, I'm gonna do this. Why not both of these? My Herald's back. Let me get a basic land. Okay, I can make the Fenrir a little bit bigger. Still can't lose. I literally milled 3 Perrennations. It feels bad, right? Like, the whole point of the deck was Perennation, and no, just all milled. Then I drew some lands. It's the theme of the deck. He does have that life-linking steed going there, so I gotta be careful. The Leech is funny. He's still playing around discards. Hopeless Nightmare was not in the standard for a while. There's probably still some discard decks out there. I don't know if a hard counter is required, like the Baloth or the Leech. Here comes the Salty Rage. I mean, okay, he's probably a new player looking at these lands, right? These are Edge of Eternity lands. They do look nice. I'm gonna give them that. They do not look like forests or plains at all. It looks like white planet and green planet, but, you know, modern day Magic. He's looking at the Herald thinking, what do I do? What do I do? Here's what you do. Concede. Button's right there. Or he drew like a win con. He just didn't want to use it. Nah, it's a rope. Burzmali. Why are you roping? We're fellow Magic players. We should stand up against the oppression of the non-Magic players. Don't do this to your fellow gamer. Alright. I think there's only a certain amount of rope you can take before it burns out. It's just too long. You know, all this talk of AI, they should have like an AI algorithm for calculating how long your turn should be and then adjust the rope accordingly. Why don't they do that? Right? One good use of AI. Figure out how long a turn needs to be so that when they have like one card and almost no action, that calculation should have been like 30 seconds. Except they get 2 hours. Still going. Rope still going. Okay. What do we do this turn? We attack him for 6. We probably Dredger's Insight. Move ourselves pretty low here. 25 to 46. I'm going to mill my Perennation too. And that would feel bad. I will draw an extra card because of the Fenrir, since I have the greatest power. Give him a BM. Oh, he's on. GG. Loser. Alright, our opponent is... I'm not reading that. I'm not reading all that. I'm sorry that happened though, or I'm happy for you. Alright, we're gonna go first. 2 Perrennations. That's what's up. No mill whatsoever, and only 1 Molt Tender. So the Molt Tender will have to get us there to the 6 mana. That seems awfully aggressive. This we can do. It will be tricky though, so keep 6 and put away the Smuggler surprise. We will tend to the mold. If I Dredger Inside into a Llanowar Elf, that would be fantastic. No guarantee that I'll do that, obviously. Or if I get a Surveil land. Oh, he's doing a Surveil land. Okay, if I get a Surveil land, I can also Overlord. I don't. Wasn't it right there? Okay. I mulligan, and I got more Smuggler surprises. This deck likes to surprise me. Oh, there's a Llanowar Elf. Llanowar Elf. I would like to play my Llanowar Elf. Exiling my swamp. Now I will have 5 mana, but it's not enough to do it. Well, it's enough to cast the Overlord if I draw a basic land or an untapped land. Actually, no. I need to draw a black source. No black source, no dice. Hard. Okay, so he's also a reanimator. Send back the Fenrir. This might take a while, and by the time I get there, he might just overrun me because of the Harden and Summon Odin. This is tough. Valgavoth Faith. If I draw a land, would that help? No, I don't think so. The land would have helped last turn, but not this turn, I think. That's the idea, right? Let's get Fenrir down. Get ourselves a swamp. And we're gonna get hit by a lot. Here it comes. It's gonna sack, do the thing. And we have to fight that uphill battle. The usurper. I'm being usurped by the Odin. You also get to pop a creature. It's gonna kill my Molt Tender. I needed that. Very unfortunate. I get a bitter triumph. Yo, really? That's what I get? Actually, I could have tapped my Llanowar Elf to play the Llanowar Elf. Collector's Vault. Can I use his Vault? I mean, I can't block Odin. Actually, yes I can. I'll pay 3 life. So now it's not Menace. It's gonna play the Faithful, that's fine. Gotta do the jump. I draw land anyways, but still. Would have helped a bit. Herald of the Eternal Dawn. I have been Herald. How does he plan on winning? Another faithful. Why didn't he? Oh, he does have enough to activate it. I don't think it matters. Unless he has sacrifice outlets in the deck, I don't think it really matters. He returns Valgalon. I'm just gonna pass turn. Literally gonna do nothing. Ah, I gotta wait 36 turns. Zombify. Sure. Looks so menacing. From your graveyard. Well, okay. Sure. 36 to 34. I might mill out first. But let's see how... Oh. Okay. Not sure if that was a good idea. You want to mill yourself faster? Dude, I literally don't care. I'll give you a negative. Can't lose. Alright, I guess we met one of these guys that really wants to play out the game. He is salty. If he has no sacrificial triggers... Oh, he's just gonna leave. We got him. Take that, you long name dude, you. Alright, our opponent is the Slipner. Opponent goes first. Everything else is good except opponent goes first, right? I'm going to keep this hand, obviously. It's such a good hand. But I wish it wasn't opponent goes first. That's the only difference. And there's probably aggro too, so... I hope I live long enough. Blue-white. What kind of aggro deck runs blue-white? That's weird. I'm just kidding. It's probably the Simulacrum deck. It might be difficult to fight the Simulacrum deck if they got a 4-white. This is interesting though. So yeah, I think I still take the 2. Question is, do I play Overlord or Dredger? I mean, Dredger's inside is less likely to get countered. You can still counter it. It's just there's no more life. It's fine. I mean, less likely is not impossible. Authority. That's okay. Wasn't gonna get anywhere with that. Now I can sneak in my Overlord. Now, there is a school of thought, right? Because I could Mortuary. I mean, I could Overlord first, but if I get... I don't have a second green source. So if I get another Llanowar Elf, would I want to play the other Llanowar Elf? I mean, I might not even want to play the other Llanowar Elf with the second green source. That's good. Smuggler's Surprise. I mean, if I mill it, he would not be surprised. What is in my graveyard though? Nothing to bring back with Perennation. That's the biggest issue. So Smuggler Surprise helps me mill. Let's do that. It's out. Let's go better try. Fenrir can ramp me. We do have to play around like 500 counter spells. Beza. Beza's fine. You can get your fish. He must feel real happy with them fishes. Alright, I can actually... No, I cannot. Okay, let's Fenrir. I already have a green. I kind of have all the mana I need, right? So let's just get another green. Down to 10. You could be holding up a counterspell. Please split up. Please play split up. He didn't play split up. Would he counter this? Would be an awkward card to counter, but would not be surprised if he tries to counter it. I get a Valgaboth and an Overlord. Seems pretty nice. And I get a Bahamut? Okay. Okay. Now we're talking. I got 6 mana. 7 mana. This costs 6. So if the Smuggler Surprise gets countered, then I'll just lose it. I don't want that to happen. So I think we can hold back. Are we going anywhere? Are we gonna do anything? I'm gonna demo field my land. Let's tap for a black. And we'll search for a black. Yeah, we can pass in that turn. You're not gonna play anything? He's gonna attack some more into the Fenrir. He's thinking about it. Take the 4. It don't hurt none. Alright, I'm gonna try this. I don't think it'll work. But I'm gonna try it. It'll probably get countered. And then uphill battle from there. Oh, it did not get countered? Are you serious right now? Ah, you're getting alive. Break your Beza. Now it'd be my Beza. Good luck. What are you gonna do? Get lost to Valgaboth. Wow. You gotta sack 3 non-land permanents. Sack all 3 to get lost to Beza. Get lost to Valgaboth. Is he doing anything else? Llanowar Elves. Don't care about that mill at all. Ooh, that's a Herald. Okay, so I will draw a card. And I'll pop your authority. Not that that matters. You get a bitter triumph. I also have a Mega Flare coming. Oh, you took it? That means I can flash into Herald, right? If he does anything. I mean, he might board wipe me. 1, 2, 3, 4. If he board wipes me, then I'm not flashing it in until after the board wipe. Well, it could be an, what's it called? The Ultima? Consult the star charts. Alright, he's gonna consult. Maybe I play this if he ultimates. He could have 3 lands in Ultima. It's kind of tricky. But I still think I'd throw it out there. Because he's tapped out. He'd Day of Judgment me? Nah, you know what? Let's let him do it. I know he's tapped out, but this threat isn't really a threat when he's at 15. I get to draw 2 cards before I Mega Flare him. And my Overlord will come in. So I have plenty of threats coming towards him. Elspeth. Interesting. What does he plan to do with Elspeth? Kill my Bahamut? Okay, he kills the Bahamut. Rest in peace, huh? That's annoying. That is my win con that you just ruined. So, I'm gonna do this. I don't think it matters which one I take out. He did have an answer for what I was planning to do. I'm gonna keep that Fenrir. Just for buffing myself.
I must retreat.
If he has a board wipe, I'm screwed. That's annoying. I was so close to getting there too. I can still hardcast the Overlord, but I'm not getting anything back from the hardcasted Overlord. Star Cage is fine. It hits like 2 things. Authority is fine too. There is 11 damage on board. GG. That's not what I meant to say. I meant to say GG. Good game. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you saw those Perennation games, how does this deck feel? Do you love crushing your opponent's spirit? Because this deck crushes their spirit. There are just so many games today where our opponent had a gigantic boards of 7/7s, 8/8s, 9/9s, 10/10s. I didn't find any Simulacrum decks, but I'm sure they'll have like 30/30s on board. And 30 of them for all at once, but it did not matter because Perennation give us a hexproof, indestructible Platinum Angel that we cannot lose. Our opponent cannot win. We cannot deck out, but our opponent can deck out. So eventually they will lose and we will win. That is so delicious. This is such a good deck in doing just that. I love it. I love everything that this deck is able to do. We got Summon Bahamut if we need to kill some things. We got Valgavoth if we need to steal some things. We got Absolute Virtue to stop black decks from making us sacrifice creatures, getting around the Hexproof Indestructible. We got all of that going, and then we got the Herald to make sure that we don't die. And then at the end of the day, we can start swinging with our Hexproof Indestructible creatures that will be able to kill them. So, one of the other things that we can bring back with Perennation on the Absolute Virtue is I think if we have protection from our opponent's creatures cannot block him. So, we can just win that way. Takes a while, but we'll get there, and that's delicious. All the games today felt really, really satisfying. The wins are just, over the world. And I didn't actually lose any games, but That might just be lucky. I'm not saying that you won't lose with this deck. You can get mana screwed. You cannot get the cards you want to mill into your graveyard. One of those games, I milled 3 Perennations. I was really frustrated, but at least we were able to pull it out with the remainder combo, and we were able to cheat in, like, well, we didn't cheat in. We were able to flash in Herald and at least stabilize doing that. It was finicky at some points, but I still feel like I was in a firm driver's seat in that game. So even if you don't get the mill combo, I think you still can do, you know, a significant amount of damage to your opponent to win the games. So yeah, I'm not saying it's top of the top tier, but definitely one of the very fun decks that I've had in recent days in standard meta. So that's really all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.